Coming up on Coastline News, see President Obama get inaugurated for the second time.
And hear what people are saying about Beyoncé's performance, all coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Coastline News.
President Barack Obama was re-inaugurated on Monday. It was an extra special inauguration since it fell this year on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and President Obama is the first African-American U.S. president. This is his second and last term as president.
In other inauguration news, the NRA is taking issue with President Obama's inauguration speech. A top official from the organization said Tuesday that the president's use of the word absolutism was an attack on law-abiding American gun owners. In his speech, Obama said Americans should not mistake absolutism for principle. The NRA spokesman claims Obama was criticizing the NRA's staunch disapproval of any new gun regulations.
Coming up next on Coastline News, see why the NFL is being sued.
And reporter Annie Miller will give us an update on weather. Peter Robbins, the voice of legendary Peanuts character Charlie Brown, may be headed to prison. Robbins was arrested by police in San Diego early Monday morning. The 56-year-old faces 5 felony counts. The charges include 4 counts of making threats to cause death or great bodily injury and 1 count of stalking. An arraignment hearing took place Wednesday.
Beyoncé made headlines Monday at the presidential inauguration. The pop star fell under criticism from those who claimed she lip-synced her rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner, accompanied by the U.S. Marine Corps Band. Take a look.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
A spokeswoman for the band revealed Tuesday that the band had been instructed to pretend to play along with the recording of the national anthem. The official also said Beyoncé requested the recording be used. So Greta, the weather's been all over the place recently.
It seriously has. First it was freezing, then it was blazing hot like it's, beach weather, and then today it was cloudy and gloomy. I mean, what's next? It's going to snow? It's ridiculous.
I don't know, but our weather reporter Annie Miller has more on the latest.
Well, I can assure you that it is not going to snow in San Diego, but you're right, Greta. It has been a little bit weird. I thought for a second there that it was beach weather. Unfortunately, it's not. Let's take a look at the current conditions. It is 66 degrees at the moment with a 6-mile-per-hour wind. The humidity is 57%. That's kind of high. Dew point is 52%. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's lows. Okay, it is about 57 here tonight in San Diego. If you go up the coast a little bit, it's 55. Inland, Temecula is 48, 54 in Fallbrook, and ouch, in Julian, it's 41 degrees. That's pretty harsh. We'll go ahead and take a look at tomorrow's highs. It's going to be a nice 63 here in San Diego, 64 in Irvine. Once again, if you go inland and north a little bit, it's going to be about 66 in those areas. Ramona is 64. Julian, once again, one of the lowest, 52 degrees. And tomorrow's lows. It's a nice 57, that's not too terrible. Shockingly colder up in Irvine, 54. 46 in Temecula, and ouch, unfortunately, Julian, once again, 39 degrees. That is rough. It looks a little snowy over there. If you're going to go on a hike or pick some apples or something, you might want to bundle up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 5-day forecast. Okay, tomorrow, like I already said, it's going to be about 66 for the high and 57 for the low. Saturday and Sunday are around the same temperature, 63 and 61 degrees, with a 5-degree difference in the lows, 55 and 50. Monday, it's going to be even cooler, 59 degrees with a 47-degree low. That's kind of rough for us San Diegans. And Tuesday, it'll be back up in the beautiful 70s, 72 degrees, 57 is the low. And for you surfers out there, if you're ready to hit the waves, let's see what's going on down at Sunset Cliffs. It's about 6 to 7 feet right now. That's about shoulder high and 1 foot overhead. The winds are rolling in at about 4 to 8 miles per hour. The high tide already took place at 6:49 a.m. The low tide also took place at 5:14 p.m. So I must warn you though, surfers, the water temperature is still 54 degrees. That's pretty chilly, so you're gonna wanna bundle up, put on that wetsuit, maybe some booties, maybe some little hand warmers. I don't know, whatever you guys do. Back to you at the desk, that's your weather.
Thanks, Annie. The family of the late Junior Seau is suing the NFL for wrongful death. The lawsuit claims that the former linebacker's suicide last May was the result of brain damages caused by violent hits he endured while playing football. The family is blaming the NFL for its acts or omissions that hid the dangers of repeated blows to the head. An Associated Press review in November found that more than 3,800 players have sued the NFL over head injuries, as the concussion issue has gained steam in recent years. The NFL stated that its attorneys will review the claims immediately.
Drivers on the 78 may have noticed a foul smell near Nordahl Road Tuesday. The smell was due to the 14,000 square feet of compost funneled onto the dirt that surrounds the interchange in preparation for the planting of native plants in spring and summer. An additional 100,000 square feet of the compost will be placed on the ground in the coming months, so prepare for the smell to worsen.
The Sheriff's Department is investigating a body found inside a recently burned pickup truck. A Borrego Springs Park ranger found the scorched truck at about 10 a.m. Tuesday morning. Closer inspection revealed a body inside. The medical examiner's office will determine the cause and manner of death, as well as the identity of the deceased.
Starting next month, sailors will have to quit drinking, well, at least on the job. The Navy says its sailors in the United States will be subject to random blood alcohol tests starting next month. Any sailor whose blood alcohol level is 0.04 or higher when reporting for duty won't be allowed to work. The Navy says positive test results won't be used to punish sailors, but could be used to refer them to counseling. But sailors who refuse to submit to a test could face disciplinary action.
A man was robbed while withdrawing money from an ATM Monday night in Rancho San Diego. The theft occurred at the Wells Fargo ATM on Hamishaw Street Road at about 8 o'clock p.m. The suspect was described as dark-skinned, with a beard, and wearing a white shirt and blue jeans, and left the scene in a white sedan. Although he was armed, no injuries were reported. So Greta, Ravens or Niners, who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
I am all about the Ravens this year, but either way, the win's going to stay in the family because you've got that whole brother rivalry going on with the coaches.
Exactly. I'd put my money on the team coached by Harbaugh. Anyway, Kaylin McMacken, our sports reporter, has more on that and Point Loma sports. Kaylin?
That's right, guys. The Point Loma women's basketball team crushed Cal State San Marcos in a 90-52 win Wednesday night. Led by junior Callie Rhodes, who finished the night with 20 points, the Sea Lions' 90-point win was a season best. On the men's side, however, the Sea Lions fell to an 81-64 loss over Cal State San Marcos. This marks the 6th straight loss for the men's team, who are currently 3-12 on the season. Both teams will host Holy Names University this Saturday in Golden Gymnasium. The top two teams in the NBA, the Clippers and the Thunder, battled it out Tuesday night in an unforgettable performance. Late in the second, Caron Butler swats Serge Ibaka, and look out, the official gets knocked to the floor, but you've got to give him credit for still making the right call. The Stars were out in Los Angeles, but none shone brighter than all-star Kevin Durant. Later in the third quarter, Durantula knocks down a three, putting OKC up by 13, but Blake Griffin was soon to answer and went to work in the paint using the left-handed hook. Fourth quarter, Jamal Crawford rising up on the jumper. The Clips were barely trailing until Russell Westbrook got the friendly three-point roll. Durant, with his crossover dribble, buried the ball home as the Thunder advanced their record to 33-9 after sealing the 109-97 win. In NFL news, the Baltimore Ravens won the AFC Championship game and advanced to the Super Bowl after defeating the New England Patriots 28-13. Quarterback Joe Flacco threw 3 touchdown passes, while Ray Lewis, who's set to retire at the end of the season, led the team defensively. This will be the Ravens' first Super Bowl appearance in 12 years. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh will soon go head-to-head with younger brother Jim Harbaugh after Colin Kaepernick and the San Francisco 49ers overcame an early 17-0 deficit to beat the Atlanta Falcons 28-24. The 49ers won the NFC Championship title and will make their first Super Bowl appearance since 1995. The two teams will battle it out for the Super Bowl title in New Orleans on February 3rd. That's all I have for you guys in sports. I'll send it back to the desk.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight, Point Loma. Thank you for joining us on our very first Coastline News of the semester. I'm Greta Wall.
And I'm Jacob Roth. Remember, 2 weeks from now at 7:30, tune in. Good night, Point Loma.